CPR is 2 minutes. Right, it used to be in the old days, we would come in if we saw you was in B-fib or something like that, we'd just shock them right away. Nowadays, we want us to do 2 minutes of CPR before we do any counter shocks or anything like that. We want to make sure that he gets oxygenated, right? So that's going to, be the first thing we're going to do. The engine company is an ALS unit, like the chief had said. We have a number of ALS units that are non-transport in Battalion 4. Matter of fact, all of our engines in Battalion 4 are ALS units. All right, the rescue is going to be arriving any minute now, hopefully. The engine company, by the way, can do everything the rescue can do except transport. All right, so if it was cardiac arrest, these guys can start their IV, they can intubate the patient, they can counter shock them, they can give the medications that are supposed to be given. All right, we just can't transport. We have to wait for a transport unit to show up and do that. Lieutenant Dan Abreu, paramedic Ed Del Campo, and paramedic Cheryl Laney. Like the new stretcher goes down automatically?
Not yet.
How many minutes does it take to set up all the equipment?
Set up all the equipment? Well, you notice, Ed started bagging them right away. Right, so we start CPR on it right away. That way, if it takes, normally at this point in time, I wouldn't be scribing or talking. I'd be helping him set up the equipment. So it takes us maybe a couple minutes to get everything done. Right, but there's a system and a rhythm to it. All right, stop CPR. So what we're going to do is we're going to check to see what the underlying rhythm is.
Okay,
right? We want to see what we're going. We're in B-fib.
Sergeant.
We've done our 2 minutes of CPR.
All right, everybody stand back.
We're going to charge the cattle.
Guys, stand back.
Clear.
Clear. Shocking. Shocking 200.
The reason for clear is we're passing an electric current through the individual's body. If I happen to have my knee up against his thigh and we shock him, guess who feels it? Right? Having done that a couple times, most people only do it once. Right, Vince is doing chest compression right now.
So what happens if somebody has a defibrillator or a
Pacemaker? We don't worry about it. Right, what will happen, matter of fact, if they have a pacemaker, we'll have an individual that's not breathing, doesn't have any palpable pulse, and we hook them up to the monitor, we get the patient spike. That tells us your pacemaker's working real good, but your heart's not.
All right, we're ready for intubation.
Defibrillators are the same way. Right? If you just happen to defibrillate and it sends you off. What Cheryl is doing right now, Ed, if you back up a bit, she's passing an endotracheal tube. All right? That's a tube that goes right into the top of the bronchi so you can get air directly into your lungs. Right? Okay. We don't have to worry about a mask. You're going to blow up the wall at the end, and you're going to hook the EVM up to it. Yes.
I wear a medical alert. I cannot be intubated. They didn't check to see if you're wearing a medical alert.
Well, actually, I didn't say that, but I'm sure they checked to see if they had a medical alert.
We're going to end the lock right by.
That is one thing they check. So tags around your bracelets, necklaces.
I wear.
Yeah.
But I cannot be intubated.
You might, that's a different story.
That's all right.
But we would get an airway in you anyway, even if we had to
Good
crisis.
luck, Tom.
All right. Bear in mind, you're dead right now. All right. We get an airway. All right. She's got an intubated. Now we can do one of a couple things. With that endotracheal tube in there, we can actually give some medications right down the tubes.
Okay.
Right, and absorb through your lungs. We try not to do that. We try and get an IV established, which Ed has right there.
Okay, stop CPR.
We're going to go ahead and administer our medications. Right, after we administer our medications, we're going to check
B-fib,
our
shocking
rhythm
at
again.
300.
Still in B-fib. We're going to
Clear.
shock them again. Clear.
Shocking.
What's in that intravenous?
That's just
right,
saline,
CPR.
normal saline, salt water. Right, that's all it is.
Okay, atropines on board.
All right, now we're given different medications, right, depending on what rhythm the individual is in. All right, so you stay in fifth.
Yeah, you got to give lidocaine.
Lidocaine, yes, you want. Lidocaine on board. We also need to know, when the chief was talking about the vial of life and all that stuff, what I found is, it amazes me how many senior citizens nowadays all have a computer. If you have a computer at home, go to your Word program, write out a sheet for you and your spouse, with your name, your birthday, your social security number, medical history, allergies that you have, and a list of medications that you take. Leave it on your desktop, right? That way, if you change medications or anything, you can update it.
Second
But it makes it really
Okay.
convenient when we ask somebody for their history, they say, hold on, and they go right up to the computer and they print it out and hand it to us.
Okay, stop
We track
CPR.
them by the social security number. You don't want to put yourself screaming around yourself.
Ventricular fibrillation, charging to 360.
All right, we're gonna shock him again.
Okay, shocking. All right, we got a rhythm.
Now normally when we shock somebody, you know how on TV you always see the guy jump,
Check a pulse.
right? Well, they do move a little bit. Right?
You got a pulse?
Not as much as they do on TV.
Oh.
This manual doesn't move at all.
Yep, okay, I got a pulse.
It's more of a, just a twitch. Right, so after shocking the third time, 2
Yep.
rounds of medications, we now have a pulse. Right? The patient is now on a backboard. The reason we put the patient on the backboard is one, to make it easy for us to transport him. Remember, he's unresponsive, he's unconscious. It's a 110-pound or 120-pound individual, that's not bad. 210-pound individual, that's dead weight, literally. So we want to get him on something that we can pick up and strap to him. The other thing we do too is we'll put a headband on him to keep him. It's not that he has a neck injury or anything like that, but we want to maintain that airway. So we find it can move the head around to move the airway. So we'll do that. Yeah.
When did you put them on the
backboard?
Backboard.
As soon as the rest of it, we got it.
Okay, blood pressure comes back at 120/70.
See, it happened so fast, you didn't even notice it.
Can I do a drip?
His pressure is 120/70.
Yeah, you got a drip going on right now?
All right, you got a pressure?
Got a pressure.
Yes, we have a meeting.
Okay.
I have an alarm on my front door for the last paramedics house. They can see that I have a list of medicine on my
Yes, we see those in the vial of life and that those work very, very well. Anything that you give us that information, like the chief said, helps us out.
Flip the stretcher around.
We're gonna get ready to transport them now. Now, there might be occasions where we don't use the backboard. That would be, we have some developments that have tight stairways and no elevators. So we might put the person for that transport down in what we call the stair chair. And as soon as we get them downstairs, we'll put them on the backboard then. That just makes the call a little more difficult. This call, actually, what we were just talking about looking at here, this is actually just about real time. All right?